All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Quick move by Miller. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Richmond.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Reset. Down. Blue 8.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got some space here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Back 22! Back 22!
Now it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Spread right, 72. Check. Green 80. Green is on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
11B, 11B.
To throw is Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Check, 27.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line, you can't get too fancy there. You just got to try and plow forward and get what you can.
It's just a disaster. You go back to the 6 after you were at the 1. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flag 22. 2 jet. 2 jet.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, here's Watson. That escapes the sack. Fights him off. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Hey, green the line. Green the line.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Mike 39, Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Green 80.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. All good, all good, all good. All good.
4 down. Alert.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Hey. 4 down.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
372. Hank. Mike 39, Lucy.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw on second is Watson. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Malik Jackson able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. He got 29 yards that time. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
First down carry now for Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Reset. Down. Back 22. Back 22. Reset.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Play action for Miller. Now Watson steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Back 22.
Operating from the gun. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky. Spread right, 7-2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
3-7-2.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He's left and got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
Watson off play action. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Come back, come back.
The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
So right, so right. 3 and 10.
Throwing now is Bortles. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette fighting through. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Sunday.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Go left. Sunday.
Throwing is Bortles. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
372. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Reset. Black none and I feel it. Black none and I feel it.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come back.
Here's Watson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The frustration is definitely setting in, because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Black 22.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Move.
Bortles now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Leonard Fournette. A nice little juke. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Bortles throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first and 10, here's Bortles. Forced out to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. 11B, 11B. 372. 372.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Bortles now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. They'll give to Hyde. For a pretty good run right there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There's no doubt that 2nd and 1 is a time when teams like to take a big shot downfield and try and pick up a big play. In this case, they're content running just the quarterback sneak and getting exactly what they wanted, a first down.
Omaha. Bunch right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Sunday.
He'll get it up the middle. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Lucy. 11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Reset. Down. Blue 80.
They'll run it again with Miller. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Come back.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Richmond. Tiger.
Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Two jet. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Come back. Red. Blue 80. Blue 80. Come back. Hey.
From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Green 80. Here we go.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
4 down. Check. Ship.
Hey, let's go. Trip left.
Check 55, Mike.
Mike 39, Lucy. Green is it.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. Stays on his feet. And another tackle broken. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
4 down. Check.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now?
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.